y'all. You already know what I'm about to say. I am so excited to be back again for another Ask AP live show. Come on in. It is time. We got to do a little bit of housekeeping before we get started. I'm just so geek right now because when I tell you that I have been having a week, but God just keep on showing up for me in every way imaginable, and I'm so grateful. And no matter what's going on, when I cut this live on and I'm here with y'all, nothing even matters to me. I'm right where I want to be. So welcome to Ask AP Live. Come on in, y'all. Share, tell a friend. A little bit of housekeeping. Just want to remind everybody that Ask AP Live, the in-person show, is August 31st. I have not given away where it will be or who's going to be there or any of that good stuff just yet. You got to wait for the flyer. As bad as I want to tell you, as bad as it's hurting me not to tell y'all where all that stuff, it's going to be worth the wait. August 31st, tickets will be on sale really soon. The flyer should be ready next week. I am working very, very hard to bring you guys a better show than last year. If you missed last year was really good. But this year is going to be even better. So please bear with me. I am working so hard. I am exhausted, but it's a good exhausted. Tonight we are doing Meet the Managers. If you missed last week's show, the playback is up. Meet the Managers. Last week was Said Louis was crazy. Tonight I have the pleasure of having literally one of the hardest working women in management. Chanel Dominique will be on the show tonight. She's CEO of CDM, Chanel Dominique Management, and she is amazing, and you don't have to take my word for it. She will be on the show. So please share, tag, post, tell a friend. I see some of my old faithfuls that are here every week. Thank you guys so much. Alyssa, I see you. Ebony, I see you. Tiffany, Jean, I see you. What up, Terry? I see you in here. If you are new to the show, if you're just tuning in, I appreciate you. If this is your first time, I promise you're going to love it and you're going to come back. And I'm not just saying that because it's my show. I'm saying it because it's a good show. I really am. Tonight's show is sponsored by Parents Time Out. It's a reliable nannying service. Now, this is like not your regular nannying service. She's available for date night services. She does learning and creativity with the kids. They have play dates. She's also very inclusive to all families. It's my girl, Angelica. Let me tag her in here real quick. It's not letting me. It ain't letting me. Okay, it's all good. But she does nannying services. And when I tell you that she is phenomenal, I will definitely put my name behind her. Her name is Angelica. She's so sweet. And when I do the playback, I will tag her in the playback for you guys to go check out her page and what she has going on. But they are sponsoring the Ask AP show tonight. I'm so excited for them. It's Parents Time Out, reliable nannying services. It's my girl, Angelica, and she is so amazing. I promise you. I don't put my name on people. Angelica, I'm sorry. I do not put my name on people, but she does good. And if you need to have the kids with somebody, you need a date night, all that good stuff, I promise you, she gonna hook you up. Tonight, Meet the Managers. Super excited about the show. Chanel Dominique will be on the show tonight. If you're just tuning in, last week, Said Louis was on the show. You can actually go back and look at that show. That show he kicked it off. He did his thing, for sure. But tonight, it's all about the ladies, all right? And Chanel is phenomenal, and you'll get to see that for yourself. Shout out to my cousin, Mac Nichols. What's up, Mac? I see you on here. I had Mac on the show too. He did a very good job. Who else is on here? I want to show y'all some love before Chanel gets on here and we get into this conversation. So if you are new to the show, let me know who sent you. I'm so glad that you stopped by tonight. I hope that I can keep you for the remainder of the evening because my conversations get really, really good. I love you, Mac. Who else is on here? BMC Carter, you're new here. Nicole 319. I don't think I've ever seen you before, Nicole. Chantrice Harris. Hey, Chantrice. Rara, you be here, girl. Thank you so much for being here. I know. Shout y'all stuff. Samaje. What's up? What's up, superstar? Samaje is on here. Hey, superstar. I got some superstars on here tonight. Hey, Ace. Ace has been here. Yes, you have. I ain't see you, Ace. How are you? Thank you so much for joining the show. I think Chanel is on here now. Let's try to get her in. Let's see. Let's see. Big Nell.
Hello, calling.
What's up, Nell?
Hi, baby. How are you?
I am fantastic. How are you?
I'm good, girl. Good. My phone still works. Like, so, an artist mic call.
I know. I know. First of all, let me tell y'all something. When I say that Chanel eats, sleeps, and breathes her business and her artist, like she is very, very, very dedicated to everything that she touches. I know from firsthand experience. And when I tell you, I can't keep up with Chanel. I try to call Chanel. I got to talk to people.
Oh, God. It's definitely different out here. But right now, it's really busy with this project, the chip. So, it's a lot going on. It's best to just let everybody do what they supposed to do.
Right.
They go wrong.
Right.
If all it takes is one thing, they just go left and everything going left. So,
I promise you. So, thank you so much, Chanel. I know how busy you are and how tedious everything is. I know it's chips. I know it's Vez dropping the project and 90 other million things. But I appreciate you for being on the show tonight. We just gonna talk just for a little bit.
let's do it.
We got people talking to us. Okay. I gotta try not to look at that. Okay. So I wanted to start off the show a little bit talking about your foundation, background stuff. I believe that who we are now, because of where we come from, it kind of shaped us and molded us into the people we are. So let's talk about Chanel before management, before industry, before any of these things. Give us a little bit of background of what you were doing before and how you grew up.
Ooh, I was wild.
Woo!
I was really, really wild. But I had a lot of structure because I always, since I was 16, I had a job. I was like, yeah. I want my own cheese. I don't have to ask nobody for nothing. I was like that for a long time, all the way. And it's really my uncle's fault and my older brothers. You know, they just was like, you never want to have to ask nobody for nothing, make your own. And here's the thing, don't ask no nigga for nothing. Do your grades, do everything you're supposed to do, and I got you. Right. So 16 came and I was like, yeah, I want to start making my own cheese. I started working at Foot Action. Hustling. When you in that shoe space and you
that was my first job. So I know.
That's a different type of hustle. And so then I went to college in Saginaw Valley, and ended up at Verizon Wireless. Mm-hmm. And that's where I learned the corporate structure. I learned how I really am, like a shark for hustle, a shark for sales, a shark for just goals and attacking those goals. Verizon had it where even though you had a monthly quota, you had to have goals to how can you get to that quota. Yeah. And so that kind of introduced me to setting goals and giving myself a certain amount of time to meet those goals. So around 2011, 2012, Meech was about 2 or 3 years old. I started throwing parties on the side of
Hustling.
Verizon. Yeah. And it was just mainly because I was young. I'm in this corporate structure and I'm bored on the weekend. So me and my two ex-best friends, we had a bar. Every weekend we would just party, head turner entertainment. Oh, me and Crystal still laugh about that to this day. Just, you know, when we see different things, it just be like, damn, you know what I'm saying? Like, we really was, you know, setting some stuff off. We launched a t-shirt line. I just really started getting into the entrepreneur Chanel and not working for somebody else Chanel. So I started, it was so crazy because I was throwing parties and they was going nuts. It was the summertime, like around this time. And it was Cino's birthday.
Yeah.
And I had a birthday party. We were having a party and he got a booth for his birthday. It was turned up. And Twitter was heavy for everybody in the party world back then. So we were on Twitter and a tweet came across like from Cino and he was like, why don't you manage me? And I'm like, what, boy? I manage cell phones and selling booths. I'm not about to manage nobody. I ain't got time for that. And Tanisha, one of my friends that was throwing parties with me, she was like, yeah, reposted it. Nail, do it. So they start edging me on like, okay. Well, shoot. Okay, so what nobody knew was that I always loved music. We used to hit every Jeezy concert backstage. Yeah. We ain't had no business being backstage, but my cousin Wally, God rest his soul, he worked. Yes, Wally worked security for a lot of different clubs and a lot of different concerts, especially when Jeezy came to town. He was the number one go-to for security. So he would get us backstage or whatever after party. It was Plan B usually all the time. After he left the Fox, he'd go to Plan B. Mm-hmm. And we would go there and just be backstage, and I would just seep in the teeth like, oh, my God, I want to manage this man. I don't know why I want to manage Jeezy, but I want to manage him.
Right.
And when Cino said that, though, nobody knew that me stepping into that would eventually lead me to leaving the corporate job and taking a lot of sacrifice, taking it serious. And I didn't leave corporate America when I was working with Cino. It wasn't until I started working with Bez. So 2 years, you know, about a year and a half, maybe 2 years later, hey, Bez my homeboy B Allen. Yeah. 3BL. But B saw me working with Cino, man, and he was like, you gotta come, we gotta do this I got this East Side artist, he from our side. I'm like, oh, what? Who? You know, I'm deep in, like, I'm not from the West, but at the time I'm throwing parties and all my whole crew is over there. So I'm like, what's going on the East Side? So when I met him, it was just like we all instantly clicked. We became one big company, Star-Studded Music Group, and then I left Verizon. He had money phone, it was going crazy. I'm like, oh, we about to blow. I'm leaving my job. Left my job. Got a kid. Left my job. And I will say that that's one of the biggest leaps of faith I ever took in life. And I never regret it. Ever. And since then, it's just been hustle nonstop. Everything that I did, from foot action to throwing parties, selling booths, managing my first artist to where I am, it's just all built up to Chanel Dominique and where I'm at right now. So,
and taking that huge lead, talk about taking the lead. Talk about a little bit about what that feels like, because I believe that a lot of us are scared to kind of really jump off the porch and do that, to walk away from what's comfortable, to walk away from a steady check, to not knowing what you're getting ready to get yourself into. What does that feel like? What did that leap of faith feel like for you?
I was in fear at first. Mm-hmm. It was like, because I've always been a hard ass. I'm a tourist, so I always, like, my fronts would be like, I got this shit, that ain't nothing. But on the inside, I was scared as hell. Mm-hmm. And it wasn't until I would say around the time, a little bit after B. Allen got locked up, me and Bez used to take trips to Atlanta just to try to get his music going down there. Yeah. We were riding, and one time it was just like, faith without work is dead. Like, we can't.
It is.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you got, and that's actually when the fear just started subsiding. And so many different things started happening within that, where it was just like, I didn't even have room for fear no more. Mm-hmm. All I had room for was confidence and just pushing myself to never give up, keep going. And that's just been, you know, my whole thing with, when you take those leaps, you got to understand that it's not coming from a place of fear. We grow up thinking that fear is a level of comfort, but it's not, it holds you back. And if you're not able to really let go of the fear and jump off into what it is that you feel most confident in, and we all have a feeling, like God talks to us all in different ways. If you ignore it, that's on you. But if you pay attention to it and you in tune with who you are and what feels right within you, what makes your energy move, the fear subsides. There's no fear. It's all just self-conscious, just strength, and really leaning on what you pray for.
Yeah.
But you've been praying for it. So, you know what I'm saying? Take that leap if that's what you feel like is gonna get you there, pray over it and jump. Trust. You gotta
Talk
trust.
about the transition, because you started off with Sino and then you got Bez. Talk about the transition between artists, because when you got with Sino, you had zero experience. Like Sino hit you up and you was like, okay, you know what I mean? And then transition from Sino, working with him, you know, learning what a manager is and what a manager does, and then you transition to the east side of Detroit.
No, it didn't stop there. You forgot about you. I had you. Oh,
you had me.
Biz, like all of y'all at the same.
Right, but the transition from Sino to from not knowing, which is Sino, to knowing with Bez, what did that look like?
I still didn't know it then. I knew the structure, but I didn't know. You know what I'm saying? This was a desert. It wasn't nobody looking up here. It wasn't nobody caring what we had going on. And a lot of the wave of what, even when Sino was going, like, nobody was catching that in Detroit. He was way ahead of his time. With this, he was faster than the time. Like, his music was so quick and he was dropping it so much that the transition was more so of, okay, I learned the structure here, but now I got to take that and really push it out. Now, like, that's when okay, I know everybody in Detroit. I know radio in Detroit, but now I got to learn Ohio. I got to learn all these other different markets, because I got a product that people really are looking after, people really want, or I could go pitch it, because you never want to just wait for somebody to call. I've never been that person to just sit and wait for the calls to come in. I'm going to beat the door down and keep calling, or send an email, send a text. I'll get on your nerves. I don't care. I got a message you got to hear.
Right.
And regardless of how you feel about it, it's just being able to understand that transition is more so of another level. You know what I'm saying? That first level was the foundation, understanding management. That second level and that first stepping into with this was, all right, this is what I got to keep doing this, or I got to keep keeping these same skills I learned over here with Sino, but now I got to turn it up even more. Then I brought in AP and Peasy, and you radio personality. You do a whole different bucket. So what I just knew was, and that's where I learned a lot. As a manager, I can't manage you based off what I think. I got to manage you based off what you comfortable with, what your craft is, what your talent is. And every person is different. But once you detach from trying to manage a person how you think they need to be managed, and you understand what their talent is and what they're trying to do, it makes you can transition from any level.
Right.
Any level, because all you're doing is taking what you learned from the last one, applying it to this one, but you catering, and it's almost like consultative selling, understanding who it is I'm talking to and what it is that I'm doing, what it is that we're building, and how to sell to that.
I want to get in. I think I want to move into a little bit of like trials and tribulations, because I think people look at the now. They don't look at the how or the why or the like even when. You know, they look at right now and they see what you're doing right now, and they see how successful you have been as a manager and how successful your Vez is a major artist, you know, and you guys came from nothing. Like, I literally seen it with myself. And people look at that and they think like stuff happens overnight. But even when I had Bez on the show, I talked about when I first met him, and I was like, whoa, you know what I mean? Like, woo, you know what I mean? So,
woo, yeah, long.
So, talk about not being an overnight success and the trials and tribulations of being a manager, because I don't think people realize how hard your job really is. I think they look at it and they be like, well, shoot, theirs is successful, so it's working. But a lot of things came behind him being successful. You working around the clock, you doing a lot of behind the scenes work, you being away from your son, away from your fiance, you know, a lot of things, away from family, period, just constantly on the go, you know, investing all of you in his career and making sure that he has everything that he needs. None of this happened for you guys overnight. None of it. So I just want you to talk a little bit about the trials and tribulations of getting to where you are and knowing that you have so much further to go.
Man, what? We just getting started, to be honest. The thing is, a lot of people will assume, you know, like you said, they see what's going on and it's like, okay, easy, yeah, you got this hit record. Let me tell you something. We still ain't hit the hit record yet. We just been grinding and have not stopped and set certain goals and push each other to keep going and never stop.
Yeah.
The thing is, with anything that you do, there's trials and tribulations. But I feel like within this, as a woman, especially,
yeah,
there's so much that goes. I've literally had to go through damn near a year of detaching my personal thoughts and feelings and wants from the business. We all can move and say we a boss and we a shark and we this. Y'all separate personal from business, but we still human.
Yeah.
And a lot of times we set goals and we don't reach them goals. And all it takes is for one message or one look or for one thing, and it trigger you to be like, damn, I'm fucking up. And you can beat yourself up. You can beat yourself down. You can look around and be like, well, shit, everybody doing this, that, and the third. But that's where you cannot look at what the next is doing. I've only ever looked at myself and my last self.
Yeah.
Not doing right now, July the 13th, what she did. Is it the 13th? What the hell?
It's 13th.
13th. If I'm not doing what I did, like if I'm not not overworking, but exceeding what I was doing this day, 2021, that's my only comparison to really help go through those moments, because you're gonna have those moments. I went through times where even trying to work radio, and remember this, I was the bitch in radio. I was too aggressive trying to get money phone moonwalking heard. I was doing, and all I was doing was saying this is what the wave is. Like, this is what you got to be on. Like,
right.
Support what Detroit is trying to stand for, because we're trying to build something more than just one career. We're trying to build and get everybody to pay attention to this. And you get so many different, thoughts. You get so many different feelings. I mean, you got to have a strong mental to be a manager, to be in these roles. You got to have a strong backbone. And those trials and tribulations can either break you or make you.
Absolutely.
So many trials, so many tribulations. And I'm trying to get to a point where I don't even look at it like that.
Yeah.
Losses, I used to look at like, damn, that was an L. But now I never look at it like that.
Yeah.
All my what the normal person would consider a loss is a lesson for me. So now I'm looking at trials and tribulations on how to turn that into terrific transactions, where it was something that helped me bridge to the next level or get me prepared for the next level. So I'm really in a space where it's like all of what I went through back then, I used to write it down. I had a blessing in a lesson jar.
Oh yeah.
And
I think you gave me one of those one year. Was it for my birthday or something?
Yeah.
You gave me the blessing and the lesson jar?
Yes.
Yeah.
And
you still got them? That's crazy.
It's stuffed. I kept writing out notes. I was stuffing like, no, we gonna reach this. We gonna get our first plaque, independent. I'm gonna be better. I'm gonna learn how to do this. I'm gonna learn to the point where I kept writing down what I wanted instead of thinking about what wasn't happening that I wanted.
That's good.
The outside world, so many different things was going on to the point where it's like, damn, you can fail. Damn, this artist taking off. This manager doing that. This label doing this. This label doing that. It never was about what they was doing. It's always about what I'm doing and what we got prepared and what we going and what is our path and what that means to the next. What my influence is to me.
Right.
My influence to me, as long as it's great, it's gonna be better for the next. As long as I was writing down, all right, this right here, this is my blessing. Thank God. Thank you. 3 times, every time. Oh, wait. I took an L right here. No. That was a lesson. What was the lesson I learned in that? How can I look in the mirror and fix myself from that? How can I not take what this person said that I'm not doing right and make sure that I show their ass I know what I'm doing? Even if I don't know and let me take that back, because when you say I know what I'm doing, that's like you never able to fix yourself, or you never able, you're not open to new ideas and new people gonna have opinions. That's cool, but sometimes them opinions can help you get to your next level. God said again, messages in all different shapes, forms, text, people. And it's all about how you take that in, your perception and who you perceive yourself to be. I perceive every trial and tribulation now as a stepping stone, a lesson, a area where I either had to grow or I had to break free from something.
That's good.
Yeah, because you're going to go through it. It's the same thing as in your personal life. We go through stuff every day. As a mom, as a sister, as an aunt, as a daughter, we go through stuff. As a business owner, you're going to go through it. You're going to go through it or you're going to grow through it.
Yeah.
I'd rather grow through it. And so now it's like, all I think about is sunny days and happy times. And if something don't go that right, if something don't go the way I want it to go or how I need it to, or how I pray for it to go, that's all right. Because that's how God wants that to be for me. That's how it's supposed to be right now.
That
don't mean that's forever.
Yeah. I think that mindset alone will definitely put you in a better space, because I think we really pull ourselves down when we get in the space of, oh man, everything's going wrong. But as soon as you change that mindset, like, nah, it's going right, because it's going how it's supposed to go. That's
once you start looking at the things that you say, if you want something, you want a Range Rover. I'm getting a Range Rover, right?
Right.
I see somebody that got a Range Rover, and I know them. Congratulations to you.
Yeah.
I want to peep, like, what the fuck that you got? Okay, I'm not about to be all in your business, but I'm looking at what you did to take them steps to get there. I know I can get there too. If you get it in your mind and you understand that it's no difference from you and not being a millionaire and the person that is a millionaire. The only difference is they knew that they could be a millionaire. You steady thinking $1 is too much to manifest in your life. It's not. $1 million is the same as $1. You can manifest it the same way. The same way you can take love and hate. You can attract love or you can attract hate. Either way, whatever you give energy to is going to come to you.
That's right. Absolutely. I totally agree with that.
Yeah.
Talk a little bit about, because I know what it is for me, but you wear a different hat from the hat that I wear. I want you to just talk a little bit about being a woman in the industry and, being a woman manager when it's mostly, a guy thing. But I've been seeing lately a lot of women managers, but you were the first one that I knew, the first one that I, had witnessed to and seen how hard you had to work. How is it to the industry with all of these guy managers? Is it harder for the women? No?
No, it's only hard if you make it hard. Ain't nobody, listen, once you get it in your mind, ain't nobody fucking with you. Ain't nobody fucking with you. I don't care if it's a man, a woman, a dog, a hat, a tree. I don't care. Once you know ain't nobody fucking with you, ain't nobody fucking with you. And that's how I feel. Whether I'm not going to, one thing you never see me do is sit up and say, oh yeah, I did this, that, and the third. If anybody ever said anything that Chanel was able to do, they say it for me. I don't never have to say it. My work speaks for itself. I've always been that way. And so for me,
right,
the one thing that is going to always stand and that's going to always be for real is you and who you're true to. And
yeah.
If you true to yourself, what everybody else got going on, that's on them. As a woman in this world, in this industry, you can either be that woman that's easy to like, okay, yeah, you can talk to her any kind of way. Or you can get her to googly eyes, take her on a date. Boom, you got a free feature for her artist. No, the fuck you don't. No. Everything that I need at the crib, I got at the crib. Everything I need as a woman, I got. What I want as a business owner, as a manager, as an entrepreneur in the music game, is to make it. So if you not talking about that, you might as well call me a bitch, which they probably do.
Yeah. I think the more stronger women in our field, like what I do, what you do, because we are like alpha females immediately. it's just we already get that stigma, like, oh yeah, she, you know, I gotta. But I mean, it's. Listen, we gotta do what we gotta do. However, it gotta get done. So if that's what you feel I am, then I don't know what to tell you. But at the
It's
end of
not my business.
you will know that I got it done, though.
Listen, that's the one thing you're gonna know. You can say all you want, you can feel all how you want to feel, but at the beginning and end of the day, what it's gonna stand is what I said is what I said I was gonna do. I'm gonna do it. And even if it don't happen right when I said it's going to happen. Some things you can't control, but for the most part, as long as you see it through and you communicate, there's nothing that's unattainable. So for me as a woman in this game, like I used to be like, it's tough, it's hard, man, this, that, and the third. Nope, I can run the same race with all of them.
Yeah. Give us some do's and don'ts of management. If somebody wants to be a manager, if they feel like they want to be a manager, give us some do's and don'ts. How would they know if this is something that they would want to do? And if it is something that they want to do, what would you do or what would you not do just getting into the business?
You got to know, first of all, what you want to be, first of all. Because there's, as a manager, you could be a manager that's really about your shit, or you could be a manager that's all in the videos. You feel me? You could be one or the two.
Bro.
You can play the background, like, I manage artists, you're not doing nothing. You can be the homeboy, I'm the manager, send it to the attorney, and you really ain't doing shit. But you gotta really go into this understanding what it is you sacrificing from yourself to give to somebody else. I never prayed to be a manager. I always prayed to bless others with my blessings. And if that meant my talent of knowing how to structure, how to network, how to talk, how to build shit, how to create, how to be a marketer, whatever the case it may be, me accepting that and understanding that and owning that. Like, there's no shaking to that. Like, you step into that and you own that. So it's not an in between with it either. You make that choice and you stand on that.
Yeah.
And then I don't want to say this the wrong way, but everybody used to be like, after me, you, Peasy, when it was just me and Bez, after we all separated and went all of our own separate ways on the business side, and I stuck with Bez and I was only managing Bez.
Yeah.
People would be like, why are you only working with this one artist? Why? Because when you become a manager, I learned one thing back then. I can't spread myself too thin. Everybody deserves the same type of love. And if you give all the artists that you committing yourself to, we're talking about you committing to changing somebody's life.
Absolutely.
Not changing their fucking shoes, not shopping for them on Instacart. You're literally taking hold of responsibility over the course of somebody's life and where they essentially grow to be. If you're not going to take that serious, or if you're trying to take all these other artists and just, oh, yeah, I'm managing this, I'm managing that. No, zone in. Because you're not only managing that artist and that one person, you're managing yourself. Mental health is real. You're not only managing that, don't be a mom. Don't be a fiance. My dude been with me since the start. Yeah. And it took a lot of trust, a lot of this. Like, I still to this day be like, I don't know how he deal with my crazy ass, but Jesus, thank you. Because this be going, I be up here in this little office in my house like, fuck all this shit.
It takes a different type of individual to deal with any woman that is in this type of industry, any strong-minded woman who knows what she wants, who goes after what she wants, and you absolutely do not stop at the word no. I've never seen you do it.
I think no is a disease. Like, you can give me everything else, but the word no.
Say no. Please don't say no.
And even now, like, when people say no to me, it'd be like, why?
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like, for what? And I'm starting to catch that from Dante. Dante asks why on everything. Like, bruh, just no. It's just why I can't? Why? Just give me a good reason, though. And that just, like, you can say no right now, but you're not gonna say no forever. But I'm just not accepting you telling me no, period. You gonna give me a date, something.
And if you say no, know that I'm coming back. So, you know, I'll let you think about it because I don't know why you said no in the beginning, but I will be back.
Oh, yeah. And you know what? I have a list, like, maybe like 3 or 4 people that have said no to me, and it was just like, all right, I'm going to see you in a minute. You're going to regret saying no to me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Everything happened for a reason. But I just, you know, right now in this climate, though, with managers, you got to really know what you're doing because you're not going to jump off the porch unless you're stealing and robbing from your artist as this rich-ass manager. You got to build up. You got to understand that you building with that artist.
Yeah.
Round up, y'all making $1,000 a show. Y'all mean you making $100 at minimum, $100. Yeah. So you gotta really understand what it is you taking on when you do this. You have to understand that it's not even about you anymore when you step into that management role. It's about that artist. Yeah. It's about the goal that y'all set together. You damn near marrying into a business marriage with whoever it is that you're managing. Because
pretty much, yeah.
What communication, everything. Like you have to be able to understand and move in that motion with that artist. You got to respect that artist. You got to respect that craft. You got to respect that artistry. You can't go in these labels and be feeling like, oh, because they said you got to drop on this day, we got to drop on it. Who you work for, the label or the artist?
Yeah.
And that's another thing too. Like a lot of managers, they get in the game, they want to manage their artists to get to the label, not understanding that label gonna switch every 2 years or so. But your artist gonna be there. And if you got a good one, you gonna be shopping to multiple labels every 2 years with that same artist, getting rich with that artist, building an empire with that artist.
Right.
So you just got, man, you just got to be willing to take that on. It's a lot to understand when you go into management. It is not just apples and oranges. It's not. You gotta know how to cook sushi backwards. You do. You gotta understand, like, you managing that artist, not just managing that artist. You managing the things that's attached to that artist as well.
Yeah. You
managing the situation. You managing to make sure you getting better looks, bigger opportunities, more and more and more and more and more. It just don't stop.
Yeah. It's a 24-hour thing. Like it's a 24-hour thing, especially for somebody like you. And and please, everybody that's on this live, what I'm saying is not something that I think. It's something that I actually know. Like I've seen her in action. I have been on the road with her. I have been out of town with her. I have been in the car and have fell asleep and woke up in another city with her and not even knowing how we got here. Chanel has been the manager, the driver, the entourage, the publicist, the promoter. I've seen you literally wear all of these hats and not once complain about them. And I think that's the big thing and the most important thing that I want everybody to know about you. And the reason that you are in the position that you are in now because of your posture.
Yeah.
You hear because of your posture. You never complain. I've seen you be totally stretched, drained, tired, literally, and you never complain about it.
Thank you. Yeah.
You never complain. And
you complain about something you pray for.
Yeah. You never complain.
I pray for it. I can't. Complaints don't do nothing but bring more complaints. Yeah. And then it contradicts what you praying for. I'm praying to be the best at what I do. Yeah. So I'm about to complain about me having to wear this other hat real quick. A real boss don't understand. You're gonna do whatever it takes. And I'm to where they gotta go. That means you gotta be the fucking driver. You gotta be the engineer. I don't care what that means. If you gotta be that, be that. Yeah. There's no room to complain about it. If you complaining, that means you ain't doing enough work to get y'all past that to where you gotta do this no more. Right. Right. Absolutely. For artists who seek management, for those who think they are ready to take on a manager, what is your advice to them? Because I think that a lot of, and I got this was said last week, a lot of people were tagging in like,
Are you looking for artists? You know, what type of people do you like to manage? All the different type of stuff. Not, and I don't know if people really realize that you have to really, really be ready to take on somebody because they're taking you on as well. You talked about that. You know, kind of
you
being,
don't want to waste nobody's time.
yeah, being in each other's lives, and you know, you doing all that you do because you wear many hats still. Yeah. So what is your advice to artists that may be looking for management? What would you tell them?
Don't waste nobody's time. Make sure that's what you want to do first off, because the same way that I look at other managers when they step into another artist career, or even myself, if I say I'm gonna manage somebody else or another person and still take on more. The thing is understanding what you're asking somebody to commit to.
Yeah.
Once you understand that, it kind of makes this whole decision easier on when is the time to get a manager. Because then you're gonna understand if I just got money and I could just go and shoot all these videos, ain't nobody fucking even. I ain't trying to do no marketing for real. And every time you bring me a show, I'm like, no, I'm worth more than that because I just spent that on a video. Like, bruh, but ain't nobody paying to get in and see you, so you got to take a couple different steps and different routes. If you in a position where you ain't even getting no features, ain't nobody reaching out to get no features. In my opinion, you don't need a manager yet. You need somebody to like assist you, to help you get to grow your audience, or at least get some type of like, all right, this person can help me get in the studio. I'm making a consistent run of music. I'm doing this. I'm doing that. You gonna know when the time right. The same way you know when it's time to wipe her up, you know when it's time to get a manager.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Now, a lot of people try to jump the boat. Oh, because you did this with this artist, or you did this, or you got this money. It's time for you to have a manager. You wasting your cheese, for real. I won't even work. Nah, we can maybe consult, maybe if I got time, if I ain't working on a bunch of shit, because that even in itself, when you consult, it'd be like, oh, but you said, but I also said you got to do this, this, that, and the third. I also said you in artist growth, which means you might not see even 100 streams the first 60 days.
Yeah.
So you rapping. If you still doing what you doing before you decided to pick up a mic and drop bars, people still looking at you for who you was then, unless you going crazy. I'm talking about try me crazy.
Right.
Now you going there, then that's different. But when you literally like, all right, I'm about to go to the studio, I'm about to try this verse out, I'm about to try this beat out. You don't need no manager yet. You need somebody to tell you if that shit sounds good.
Yeah.
Now you start maneuvering, you got a little people reposting you, you getting comments, you getting interaction, all right, get somebody in there to help you move through, create marketing rollout plans, making sure you being visible in all the areas that your audience is visible, like they can see you.
Right.
Not just on social media, because now you got to do some direct to consumer marketing too. This right now, you got to get out and feel people. Everything on the internet can be fugazi. So you got to get out and touch the people. You got to get out and move yourself around. And if you understand that, you're going to know when it's time to have a manager.
Yeah.
But I don't feel like that should be the first thing you jump off into.
So
it just
advice for the first things that they should do, because it's people here that are asking questions. So the
first thing that they need to really do is understand what their sound is. What type of audience are they going after? Detroit got so many different sounds when it comes to like, oh yeah, I'm from Detroit and I rap. Okay, but what's the BPM on your song? Like exactly how, like where do you categorize? We got backpack, we got street rap, we got the broad shit. We got a lot of different pockets of how music sounds, and it's like, okay, where do you fit in it? Understanding that first. All right, so now if you know I'm on that Detroit wave, I'm talking Detroit street rap, then you know the type of beats you need to be going after. Now you're going to work with the right producers. That might not mean jump right off the porch and trying to go get with the top producer either, but that means going to go find somebody you can really lock in with that's building on your sound. Then content is everything.
Yes,
you ain't dropping no song, well, not even just a song. These days you can't drop just audio unless you Drake. You need to be dropping the video with the song every 2 weeks.
Have to be a visual.
Dropping vlogs. You need to be having your content coming like it's motion, real motion, nonstop. focus on that. You know what I'm saying? Get it to where you dropping a video and you know you got at least 1,000 views. If you ain't getting 1,000 views in that first week, I'll give you the first week. Usually it's 24. I'm gonna give you the first week. If you don't see 1,000 views in that first week, don't talk about no manager. Let's talk about what you gonna do to keep building.
Yeah.
Which, you know what I'm saying? Keep getting in there working. Keep creating your content and dropping it the right way. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't just rush into it, because you might drive yourself broke trying to have, or you gonna create beef. Like, you got me working and you ain't even making no money. Like, you don't want that.
Right.
You don't want that.
Right. Talk about support or lack thereof. Just, being a mom, being a fiance, having a major artist, wearing all of these hats. What does your support system look like, or lack thereof? Is support a big thing for you? I always talk about this on my shows because I always felt like in the beginning of my career, I didn't have the support that I felt like I needed. And I was really, really angry for a long time about that, and feeling like people should show up for me, or people should be there for me that weren't, especially my people, because it's always your people who you feel like, are not there. And I had to get to a point in my life, personally and professionally, that doesn't even matter to me at all anymore, because I realized that throughout the years, it has been total strangers that have showed up for me. And that's just a real place. It might not be that for everybody, but for me, that's been a real place for me. So talk about what support looks like for you, what it feels like for you, or does that even matter to you?
I guess it's a two-way street for me. Well, not a two-way street. I just look at it two ways. The only support that truly matters to me is the genuine support. I don't look even to my mom for that. I don't. Because she didn't even understand this when I first left Verizon to come into this.
Yeah.
So if I can't even look at my mom, like, I don't even look to you for that type of support for me, then I don't require it any type of way.
Because some people just don't understand when you do bold stuff. Like, they think that you crazy when you be like, look, this is going to work. I tell people that all the time. They probably thinking right now, oh, AP just doing this little live thing, and it's just on Instagram. Like, people, when you make bold moves like this, from where I've come from, my back, I make a bold move like this and change my whole, because I've changed everything. This is a bold move. This is a huge leap of faith. This is a crazy move. And people look, when they see you do something bold like that, coming from, oh, you used to work a good job. How you let that go? Why you walk away from that? People don't understand. Like, this is going to pay off.
Right. No, facts. People don't. But that's the thing. People don't know and see the vision that God put in you. They can barely see the one that He put in them.
Yeah.
So for me, support has just been truly with who I struggle with.
Yeah.
My fiance, my kids. As long as they supporting, I'm good. I already know God got me. That is
for sure.
No question, no doubt. But when it comes to physical form and what we look to for that, as long as my support at home is solid, anything outside of that, it's too flaky. I can't give nobody that much power over what I want out of life.
Yeah.
Because I know for a fact, the moment I come drop Bentley or whatever, all the support in the world gonna come. But while I'm riding around figuring this shit out, it's like, oh, yeah, what?
Right.
So I don't look to nobody else for that type of support, because I'm not about to give you no power over where I'm going and what I'm trying to accomplish. It's no way I can give you that much power. I work too hard for my shit. I cannot give somebody that power. Your shit could be tainted. You could not even understand what it means to reach a goal. You might even understand what it means to struggle, to pray, to get to where you want to go. You may not understand that shit whatsoever.
Yeah.
So I don't care about your support. When you don't care about what people think about you, you're limitless. I don't care.
For sure.
Can't.
Absolutely.
So my support it's from within. It's in my household, and it's God. That's it. That's all I need.
Solid. That's solid support right there.
That's it.
That's solid. Teamwork.
Mm-hmm.
People have no idea. For a long time, it was just you. You got people now, baby, because I be having fucking people, baby. Okay? I'm telling you, Chanel got people. I'm like, wait a minute, who is this? Like, oh, okay. Like, Chanel got people. Okay? If I cannot get Chanel on the phone, I can get to some people that can get to her and get all my stuff done. I thank God for having people. I can't wait till I get me some people. I need some people.
Without my people,
yeah, I need me some people.
It's no way. It's no way. First of all, that I still have hair on my head. It's no way that I would even be able to focus, to drop chips, to drop a whole nother company and still do this. To be it was no way without my team that I would be able to. And my team is not just who you know that work. My team encompasses remote people. There's on my team. Like, we on each other team.
Yeah.
IUR on my team. We on each other team.
Right.
You know, like it get heavy. You know what I'm saying? And that team shit is so.
Talk about what having the right team looks like, because people have people around them, and they be like, "Oh, this my team. These my people. This my camp," and it'd be like, you probably need to get rid of all of them. What does having the right team look like? The people that you have around.
Having the right team is. It's not even nothing that you can be like envisioning. That shit is just real. It's genuine. It's just a whole lot of understanding what the common goal, what is the main goal here.
Mm-hmm.
And I said this to my team at the beginning of the year. Everybody named in my phone got what they sent to me. I sent to them and I said, what is it that you want to gain out of working with me this year? And I'm talking about dollars right now. Like, how much you want to make working with me? We set big goals. I'm talking about, don't send me nothing less than 6 figures. Don't send me nothing less than 5 figures. Send me real shit. Like, come on. We do this. As a team, I got to understand what it is y'all want from me, because I know y'all understand what I want from y'all. I'll be on y'all ass.
Right.
I need that. We got to do this. This event, I need you to go pick this up, do that, do this, that, and the third. I know that y'all know what I need out of y'all.
Right.
But I know what y'all need from me too, because it ain't no team if I don't understand that or know that. And once that's all understood, everybody naming my phone that work for me or on my team, Kia, 600,000. Like, oh, we think we talking big. We getting there. I'm gonna see you there, sis. Let's go.
Yeah.
Yeah, we gonna work. We gonna get there as a team. We gonna always be reminded of what we working together for.
Right.
What we here for. We not here just to, because I'm working with none of that shit matter.
Right.
That ain't what we here for.
We writing it down, making it plain. We putting it on paper. We gonna manifest it, and we gonna see it every day. I think that's dope. I think that's dope to have them in your phone like that. That's dope.
Oh yeah.
You're a manifestation person anyway.
Yeah.
Them days on jars, I remember them jars like crazy. Yeah. I remember when you gave them to me. I'm like, Nell, I mean, it's my birthday, dog. What is this?
Because it was, to me, those are things that money can't buy.
They can't. Absolutely.
But when you understand a person and what it is that they're trying to attain out of life, which is greater than where they standing at, looking at you right now, then you understand that no material thing that you can get them will help get them there. All that's going to do is stroke ego for a minute.
I'm telling you.
But when you can pour into somebody and give somebody something to help them get to them goals and manifest that, you constantly raising your value in that person's life. I don't want to be invaluable to nobody around me. I got the value.
Yeah.
Because everything around me is expensive. So let's do this. How much do you value what you're doing in life and the people around you helping you get there?
Yeah.
The team, I'm telling you, like, it be times, my team be cussing me out too. Monty in here, she gonna.
I love Monty.
Sometimes I would jump off the porch and just be doing shit like left and right, and I look up like, Nell, what the look? Sometimes I do get in my zone. I ain't perfect with it yet, where I can just delegate how I need. Sometimes I do jump off the porch and just be. And then it come day of, I need y'all pull up on a video shoot real quick. We got to do this. And they be right there. They get it. They understand me and I understand them. And we still all a work in progress. But as a team, we respect each other and know what we got to do to get it done.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I love it. I definitely love it. So let's talk about this new company. Let's talk about this. Look at how that face lit up. Look how that face lit up. Let's talk about
it
this.
Still blows me that I got this shit.
Let's talk about this new baby. Let's talk about We Eatin'.
Yes. We Eatin' is the new. I don't even compare it to nobody else. It's just the best chips. It is though, and it's definitely we just getting started. We got more flavors gonna be dropping. I'm doing competitor or rap snacks, whatever you want to call it. Yeah. However, and what I'm doing is saying, you know what? I've seen you come from the mud. I've heard about you coming from out the mud, building up and making sure everybody around you eating. Right. We are eating off that. I'm about to help you create another stream of revenue, residual, to where this shit don't stop unless your chips don't sell. Yeah. Or you just say, oh, you know what? I'm straight on the snacks. You go do whatever it is you want to do, whatever you doing. Keep doing that. I'm gonna run this right here. I'm gonna be your direct to consumer marketing. I'm gonna make sure and fill in that gap. You ain't gotta go buy $30,000 worth of advertising and billboards and all these markets. We're gonna get you a bag of chips. We're gonna create a stream of revenue for you. We're gonna put a QR code on the back. Whatever it is that you trying to market and promote, we're gonna change that out whenever you need it changed out too. We're gonna make sure that we advertise and market that we are doing what most said we can't do. And you can do this shit with your eyes closed if you hustling right, if you're doing it right. It took me 2 years to get this company off the ground.
Wow.
2 years. I went through COVID of inflation on prices, chips not available, corn chips. This was the first chip that was supposed to have been a hot corn chip, like a hot Cheeto.
Like a hot Cheeto. Okay.
Yeah. Didn't work out. But now everything is in motion. This thing is like, it's taking off better than what I even expected it to take off. Yep. Being that I'm only in Michigan for now, and it's growing. And now when I drop these next flavors and the next influencers, and even when we gonna do some more flavors with this, it's gonna be every time bigger.
So my first time getting the chips was at girl, I'm a trip. So my first time was at your surprise birthday party. Right? So this is what I call myself doing. Let's be clear, y'all. Let's be real clear on this. So I took 2 bags of chips home, Neil, right? 2. I said, I'm going to taste one, and I'm going to have one to put on my desk, right?
Yeah.
So I get home. I don't even eat the chips that night. I eat the chips the next day, right? I'm chilling. I'm like, oh, I got some chips. I'm about to eat my chips. So I get on the couch, girl. I start eating them chips. Before I knew it, girl, the whole bag of chips was gone. So I'm like, first of all, I know I didn't sit up here and ate these damn chips like this. This is crazy. I just sat there and ate chips, right? So that whole week, the other bag of chips was sitting on my desk now. I kept walking past my desk like, looking at the chips. I'm like, nope, not eating them, because I wanted them to be on my desk. I'm like, I'm not eating these chips, no matter what. I don't care. Girl, I came in the house one night and told them chips up. I was so mad.
Rightfully.
I'm not boosting. I'm not capping. I'm not doing none of that. Them chips are so good. And you cannot just eat one. Do you hear me? Because I was really trying not to eat my other bag of chips, but I need some more chips. Long story short, they go.
I definitely got you on chips. You can come over. We can meet up. We got to do lunch anyway, but I do have them. And when I first listened, so when I got the samples, I was like, oh, these is good as hell. Yeah. Whoa, like it was better than what I expected. But man, whoo, them boys, it was like, all right, the first bag, it was cool, but it was, you just can't stop. Like, you cannot stop. Don't be drunk though. Oh my God.
You cannot stop. Literally, I'm just like, I put my hand in the bag, and before I knew it, there was nothing in the bag. I was like, hey, who
so imagine now where I can't drop a chip that don't taste as good as these.
You cannot.
So now I'm like real perfected. Every sample that come in, try to tell me which thing. Tell me which thing.
Yeah.
I'm literally like turning into what I like to call the Beyonce of chips. Perfection.
I hear that. That's crazy. I love that. Oh man, that is so funny. But they are so good. So right now, only Michigan. I'm sure that's gonna change really soon. So how do you determine like where they go? Like, are they in just gas stations, or like how do you determine where they go?
They're actually in Michigan and some parts of Ohio right now. I partnered with Detroit brand Nick's Chips. Nick is my partner in this.
Okay.
Like, that's my dog, man. I swear. He literally came in and just been showing me the game. Like, and I'm leaning on him for distro. So everywhere that Nick's Chips is distributed is where I'm able to get, like, it was like a leap, because I didn't have to go through the figuring out what stores and what jobbers and who can take this route, who can do that route. I'm already there. So now I'm building around that. I am building my distro channel around that, but I literally was able to lean into him and all of like gas stations, liquor stores, the bars. I'm doing the bars on my own. They not in the normal. So like when you see them in a bar, that means you saw them. I was out hustling.
You was out hustling. Yeah.
You need these chips in there. People get drunk, they need hot chips.
They do.
And then we just constantly growing it though, and making sure that we hitting all of the markets where the influencers have an audience. So now this is getting, once I drop my next 3 flavors, those 4 flavors will fill up a whole truck, and they'll see them all across the world, all across the country.
Wow.
Right now, it just costs too much to send the one flavor on a whole truck of a half load across. It's just too expensive with inflation and everything. So once I get these next ones dropped, it's gonna be a countrywide release.
I think Ask AP needs to be on the bag of chips.
What you don't know is we gonna have that conversation.
Woo!
We are.
Get me manifesting. Y'all see how manifestation
No,
works?
I actually got a list.
God, do you?
It's the board back here. It don't got all of them, but I have a list. It's this year a total of 6. Hopefully next year about 7 or 8 more flavors. Gonna keep going flavor every year.
Yep. Let me write that down on my sticky notes.
Write that down. Put it in your jar.
I'm gonna put it on the jar. I need to be on We Eatin' Chips. I need to be on there on the front. Because I'm telling you, when I saw that on the front of the chips, I nearly freaked out. I was like,
imagine I went to the manufacturer when they told me like we about to press your bags out. I'm on my way. I drove to Ohio with Suave. I don't know if he's still in here, but me and Suave hopped on the road early in the morning. We drove down there. I seen that bag and just like, oh, my God, it's real. Yeah. It just was so different to hold it in your hand. Like, we so used to holding CDs and T-shirts, and now this is a real snack. This is a real thing. Like that was surreal for me.
I know when I seen him on there, I like really freaked out because I was like, this nigga is on a bag of chips. Like,
yeah,
you made it, man. You done got on the bag of chips. I just felt like that's so dope. I'm just absolutely I'm so proud of y'all.
Thank you.
Feel like it's insane too. I had seen Gav out, and
I seen Gav in here talking shit too.
He was. I ain't seen him.
He always be talking junk.
Gav out, and we had a conversation because we were talking about how we all used to hustle and run together and be thick as thieves and doing this, doing that. And one thing I can say about Gav, I have to get Gav on the show, number one, because Gav doing amazing things. I gotta get Gav on the show. And he was like, look how far, everybody has come. Look how far everybody has grown. And we just kicked it and had a great conversation. And to see all of the stuff and all of the hard work finally paying off. Finally. And knowing that you haven't even touched the surface of it yet for real. But just to see like all of the years, it was like I mean, I remember putting on Clarity shirts literally and going to concerts. I remember when bands had to save summer jams because Rick
What?
could not perform. I remember like so many.
Oh, we had some times. I'm telling you,
I
we
remember
did.
like road trips and getting on a plane and going to South by Southwest and
So what the hell we were doing at South by Southwest, but we knew we had to be there. We
we
was
had
down there
yeah,
thick with our Clarity 2 t-shirts on. And it's just, man, when I just think back, like when BL and when we first started, it was just, it's all been thorough, team, loyalty, you know what I'm saying? And just being raw and real with one another. And, everybody individually went through different things as any human adult will.
right.
But at the to this day, beginning and ending of the day, everybody stayed true to who and what they said they was going to do.
Absolutely.
Everybody. And that meant, you know what I'm saying, hey, look, we got to do this, we got to do that. Like, there's DJ in here, I think Will in here. Will been his DJ. Like, been his DJ. Yeah. You feel me? Like, when it comes to like us saying we gonna have and do and be and say and all, like we've been standing on that, and a lot of people be like, especially girls on my team, why you so humble? I'm humble as hell because I love this position. You know what I'm saying? I don't gotta speak on none of it. Yeah, I see it all the time. Like our team doing, you know what I'm saying, and I love it. What I care about though is that East Side movement, because I remember not having no Thanksgiving when they tried to block everything the East Side was doing over BS that they done got over. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I remember Side getting like not all the love that they deserve to get. Them boys always been talented, and now it's the wave, it's the move, it's the go. Everybody moving as one. It's not just like, oh yeah, just because you over here, just because you over there. Everything moving as one. I'm more so happy to see it's not just about an East or a West thing anymore. It's all a one unit. And
the growth in that alone has been,
man, people don't even understand. Yeah, even behind the scenes, like there's some of us that look out for each other's artists heavy. Yeah, like heavy. Said, man, what? Like it be stuff going on behind the scenes when you one of them ones that really give a fuck, and it ain't just about you saying, oh, because I manage this. You really give a fuck about the Detroit music industry. It don't be no. I remember Bez used to get people calling in trying to find us. We trying to sign them. We trying to this. We trying to that. Motherfuckers wouldn't even give them my number. They wouldn't even pass the book. They wouldn't say nothing. Right. All because they felt like it was only one position to be a number one. No, I don't even live by that. Everybody, it's so much abundance in this world. I don't live by lack. If you live by lack, you think it's only position and it's only room for one number one when it's not. It's an abundant world. Everybody can be great at what they do without having to compete or say you better than the next. Right. That to me is what is the reason why I don't jump off into the, oh, we did this, we ain't did shit yet.
That's a good place to be in.
We ain't did shit. No.
That's a good place to be in.
The whole thing, we ain't, nope.
And that's why it's going to continue to get better and better and better for y'all because of the posture. Mm-hmm. Because of the posture that y'all, even Bez, even when I had him on my show, Bez is still so humble. And he could be around here tooting a bunch of horns right now. Like toot, like really tooting. And the fact that he still acknowledges the very beginning, the start, where he come from, the fact that he will still go with all of the things that he's done up to this point. The fact that he will still go to the hood and get something to eat. The fact that he will still shoot a video in the center of the hood.
That was one thing. That ain't happening no more. That was a one time thing.
I'm just saying. The fact that
I get it though.
The fact that he will still do it and not be like, oh, I don't go over there no more. You know, the fact that he will still do that is because of the posture that y'all have. Mm-hmm. And I think that's the reason why God continues to move on y'all, move with y'all like that, because y'all ain't around here, like you said, you don't even have to talk about that, But if you wanted to, you could. And that's just the reality of it. I ain't trying to, be throw no shade, but it is what it is. If you wanted to, you could be really talking crazy and would have every right to.
Man, but it's no space for that. It's no growth in that. That don't help the person. All that do is motivate the next to feel like they gotta go jump into their resume bag and run out. Ain't nobody. We ain't running that.
Care about that. Right. All right, Neil. We have been on for so long. This conversation has been so good.
I'm glad. I don't be on live at all. So
look, it's good to me. Before I let you go, I always end my show like this, and I love ending it like this because I get some of the best responses off of this question.
Okay.
And one thing I can say for sure is nobody, like absolutely nobody, has ever said the same thing. But every time, whoever answers this question is always good. Like the answer to this question is always good, but it's never the same. So, what would you right now, with all of everything that you know, in the industry, professionally, personally, in life, all that you know right now, what would Chanel say to the younger Chanel right now? This is my favorite question of the night.
I got two.
You got two?
Yeah.
Okay, give them to me.
The first one, I probably would have dyed my hair red long ago. Like way back further than when I did. That's one thing I would have red hair a long time ago.
Bro, that's great.
Oh, redhead she, yeah. Okay. And then the other one is I think that I would have taken the lifestyle of manifestation and abundance more serious at a younger age. I ain't take it serious until my adult age.
Wow.
And I even see it now, like with kids are so pure. They can manifest instantly. But as adults, we go through so much in life that we just be like, I ain't manifest. If it ain't, we just block it out. We don't even acknowledge it for real until you.
It's more real for you when you a kid.
Yeah, but it should never not be real for you.
Yeah,
it should never not be something that you don't keep at the center and the forefront of what you're trying to do and who you are.
Right.
Like that in itself, like, man, writing it down and manifesting and really seeing it come to vision boards and all that, I would have been doing all that. Been. But yeah, I would have red hair long ago. Long ago.
It would be you to say something like that first.
Yep. So, I'm so serious too. Like I would have. I love that shit. I love it.
Thank you, Chanel.
You're welcome. Thank you for having me.
You did so. This was good.
Well, thank you.
So good. It's so crazy that when people get off, like if people don't see the live and they go look at the playback, they be like, "Damn, that shit have been on the live." Duh. Don't miss the live. The live is
all you're doing is getting them prepared for your Revolt show that we talked about years ago.
They don't know. They ain't ready. They don't know.
Did not forget.
Yes. You did not forget. You did not forget. It's coming. It's Diddy. Yeah. Diddy, you on here, Diddy?
Yeah.
Diddy.
If Diddy ain't one of his interns, probably is.
Somebody on here. Reborn. Somebody on here. I'm just trying to tell you. Y'all look no further. Me and Carisha. Carisha. I love you, Nell.
I love you too, AP. Have a great night.
Okay, you too. Thanks so much.
Yes, thanks for having me.